Apo Hiking Society, the Eraserheads, Parokya ni Edgar. What do they have in common? Well, their timeless songs are among the most loved OPM of different generations. And now, here comes SB19, whose fresh take on music is ushering in the so-called P-pop era. What will it take for OPM to break through the global music scene, possibly like K-pop or make waves like Hallyu? Let's find out from Alexandra Chua of the National Research Council of the Philippines. Ms. Chua, thank you so much for joining us. You've started this research. Everyone is excited. What are you finding out so far?
Okay. Yes, good evening. Thank you, Rico, for the invitation here tonight. Actually, this project that we propose for funding from the National Research Council of the Philippines is called Musica Filipinas. This was conceived in support of the House Bill 10107, which is the Philippine Creative Industries Development Act, authored by Pangasinan 4th District Representative Christopher Toff de Venecia. So we see that it pushes promotion, protection, and improvement of the creative economy, where, of course, music and the performing arts are important sectors. So we see that the creative industries have emerged already as key drivers in the economic growth in this globalized world,
Right.
as what you have seen. No? We see SB19 conquering the global music scene.
But
And of course,
SB19
BTS,
is
the
just
Korean
one
economy.
group.
So music has demonstrated its capacity in building these market economies in the world already.
So, Ms. Chua, SB19 is just one group. How can we multiply the SB19s to be global performers and be popularly known in every neighborhood in the world?
Yes, if you would look at, there has been so much global studies already on popular music and particularly the music industry. So the Korean wave that is happening now was a result of a research that was done around 20 years ago. So it was a result of careful study. And this is what we would want to achieve in this particular study, to look into how, what are the factors that we need to identify these opportunities or challenges and vulnerabilities in our music ecosystem, so we can provide the help that it needs: government support, private sector collaborations.
So,
Yeah.
do you have actual musicians and creative arts professionals joining you in this research to come up with a holistic solution on how P-pop can become globally popular?
Yes, Rico, thank you for that. We have musicologists here in the team. We have economists. We have music practitioners, as well as other experts coming together to work on this particular project.
And from what you have discussed with your colleagues in this research, what do you think are the weakest points why we haven't really made it into the international scene?
One thing that I'm looking into is the lack of support, really. As a musician, I was a pianist, and I teach at the University of Santo Tomas, and currently the director of the research center there, is that we don't even have a music development council that will look into the state, for example, and that would support the music industry. Most of the artists that make it big, such as, for example, Freddie Aguilar, even SB19, sariling sikap talaga sila.
That's right.
So that becomes a problem. With lack of support, we will never reach that status. And we see in almost the market economy, the music market economy in the world, like the top music economies such as US, UK, and now we're seeing the Asian rise, which is Korea, is that there is enough government support. And once we acknowledge that we can actually do this because of the abundance of talent here in the Philippines, then I am very positive and bullish that we can actually conquer the global music scene.
Ms. Cho, apart from government and private support, what about the digital platform, Spotify, iTunes? Can this also expedite Filipino music, original Filipino music, to reach that next level?
Of course, because now you see the market is growing. because it now becomes easy, and also it has this digital platforms, this digital technologies has actually democratized, so that we raw talents here has more opportunities, and they are not just dictated by big companies, by big corporations, but we see independent artists, or even Ben and Ben who started just their own, no, posting their videos in the internet, and look at them now. No, we also see, like, for example, Dream Avenue, that this is an independent vocal band group that has reached 95 million views already as of this time. And we see SB19, 50 million. So the market is really growing. So we have to really assess the market. We have to also assess the data that we have, the key players that we have, who are the stakeholders, the value chain. We'll look into the system, the whole music ecosystem, so that we will be able to provide the needed support to boost our music industry.
Mabuhay ang OPM. Thank you so much for joining us, Alexandra Chua of the National Research Council of the Philippines.